I was broke enough. I'm happy as hell that I'm bougie. So anyone who get mad at me for being bougie, that's just on them. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. All right.
You guys know who I am? Mike the back right there, 14. Mike Group. A couple just real quick updates. This won't be very long. Is the loan limits have changed? So every year, come about this time, they announce the loan limits are going to be January 1st. However, for conventional loans, we went from 548,250, 548,250 loan amount up to 647. And 200. So the key for us to be able to use the new higher loan limit right now is we basically have to close closer to the new year, which we're going to do anyway at this point because we can't sell that loan on the secondary market until January 1st. So as long as we're approaching that time frame, we'll be able to recognize the new loan limit. It's going to take a day for all of our investors to kind of be online with that. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have to update their underwriting system because we try to do it right now. Right now, because it's still recognizing the previous loans. FHA did increase it from 411,700 to 420 and 680, 420,680. However, we cannot assign an FHA case number until January 1st, which means I really can't do much until basically that time. I can't really start the file. I say start the file, not the pre-qualification, but the application for the contract until the end of the year, and then we can assign a case number to it. Appraisal will be processing on January 1st. So heads up on that. But conventionally, we're good to go. No issues there. Have you guys run into anything you want to talk about for mortgages?
What did I miss? You can't do that.
No. You can do it loans right now. The loan limits have increased as they do every year. So the new loan limits can't take effect until January 1st.
Okay.
So it's still 411,700 as of today. It'll move to 420. And it's 542. Now it's going to go to 647. Conventional, I guess. So conventional, we're fine to really get it going now. For us, as long as we're not trying to close within 2 weeks, then we can go ahead and recognize the higher limits. Because for us, so when it's called purchase date. So the purchase date when we're selling it on the secondary market to the investor and then. So they can't purchase the loan until January 1st. And lenders aren't going to originate a ton of loans to keep it on their books for an extended period of time. Our goal is to originate them and sell them. And we can't sell the new higher loan limits to the investor until January 1st. So it's not too much you guys have to concern yourself with being that we're already in some we're really not going to do that. So fire away on those. But speaking of end of the year, if y'all have goals, get deals in, absolutely still close by the end of the year. Not a problem. In 2 weeks, we have to. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Thanks, Joshua.
No problem. Thank you. Appreciate you guys for letting us use the spot.
Yeah.
All righty. Okay, we're trying to do this. Man, we're rigging it up. Internet wasn't working, so we're making it work. All right. So we are streaming from my iPhone to get us a screen that we can look at, so I can share it, my slides, whatever with you guys. For those who are watching, y'all can see it or whatever. We got 2 cameras, one facing me, one facing everybody else. Sam, can you hear me fine?
I can.
Well, let's hope my virtual assistant can hear me because she's running the slides today because we're having problems. So, all right, that means you can hear me. There. All right. Sam, go back to full screen real quick on Canva.
Okay.
So in today's mastermind, guys, this is what we're talking about. All right, we are talking about sale leads. How do you find them? Where you get them from? And then most importantly, how you convert them. I've done some of this training before, but I got 2 hours to go in depth and then really answer a whole lot of questions. Okay. So first things first. Okay. Let's go to the next slide real quick. Oh, by the way, I guess let me introduce myself. My bad. I know most of y'all. I'm Sasha Chapman. How you guys doing? I am the team leader of Chapman Realty Group. I got agents. I got 2 of them on my team. Obviously, I'm with EXP. right? All part of the whole Money Badger downline. And I do have a coaching and training platform called the Real Estate Tech Ninja because I love anime. Literally, I love anime, so it's based off of Naruto. It's basically me in a costume. So I know some of the ladies or some people looking like, what does that mean? It means that I'm freaking awesome. That's what it means. If you like anime, yes. I literally have a Super Saiyan tattooed right here. So, all right, so real quick, we're gonna talk about where you find sell leads. Let's go referrals, right? Everyone says you have to get sell leads off referrals. I do a lot of referral business. I know Elizabeth does a lot of referral business. You can get from referrals all day, every day. The beauty, though, is being able to work with people who don't know you. You don't know them, they don't know you. I'm going with these right here because these are some of the places where I get the most from. I also get quite a bit of sales leads from my YouTube channel and Instagram. Lately, I've been more active on Instagram, and I'm starting to get a little bit more. So I just basically what I do, I'm starting to copy and paste McKenna. So McKenna, if you hear that, yes, I do that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. If someone's doing something well, find out what they're doing and go and run with it. And that's what I do. Tell them all day, every day. I get people texting me, hey, you mind if I do this? I don't care. If y'all take the stuff that I'm doing here, I don't care. I literally do not care. Okay? So real quick, let's talk about RedX. Did anybody else jump on the cyber deal yesterday that they had for Cyber Monday and buy RedX leads? I get on and off of RedX leads because I don't always like to call expires for FISBO. So I'll be honest with you, sometimes I don't like doing it at all. But I'm good at it. So when the market starts to shift, starts to turn, so do I, right? I always come back to RedX in the fourth quarter, and the big reason why is because come December 31st, there's going to be a ton of brand new expired leads out there that didn't sell. And let's keep it real. There are certain expired leads out there that they're tough. If you're not selling in this market, something wrong with your house. Or you're not being serious about the price point. One or the other. That's what we got to determine. Two, we're going to talk about offers. I use offers, which is basically predictive analytics based off of data. And this is where we're going in this country in terms of real estate and other places. He who has the data wins. What offers does is, based off this person going to Home Depot, they're going to Amazon, they're going through these type of Google searches, et cetera, all these algorithms says they're going to sell their house within the next 6 months, and it gives them a score. So yes, Big Brother is spying. I did this talk, or talking to some high school kids when it gets into real estate, they asked me if I was okay with the ethical use of data. It don't matter if I'm okay with it. The genie's out of the bottle. You cannot put the toothpaste back in the tube. It's done. It's over. Data is just as important as oil in our generation. It really is. Three, we're going to talk about Z-Buyer sellers. Man, I love me some Z-Buyer. I like Z-Buyer sellers, the seller leads. I don't like buyer leads. Okay, I don't like buyer leads at all. No, I don't like the buyer leads. You're smiling at me. You guys use Z-Buyer, right? Yeah. How do y'all feel about the buyer leads versus seller leads? Yeah, they're terrible. The seller leads, though, they're solid. You get flips. I get flips out of it. I get cash offer out of the people. You know, but the question is, how many touches do you have to actually get the leads to turn? And that's what we're going to be talking about. All right, land voice. Anybody here ever use land voice? All right, so let me explain what land voice is, guys. Land voice is a tool that will give you expires and for sale by owners. The big thing is for sale by owner. They'll give you pre-foreclosure leads and stuff like that as well. You can buy neighborhood data. Basically, they're a competitor to RedX, My Plus leads, and other lead places like that where you get expires and FISBOs. What I like about them is their FISBO process. Because Land Voice will give you signs, if you buy the signs, and you buy riders to put on a sign. So we're going to go with my strategy with that, but they will give you materials to give to full sale by owners for resources, right? And then what the beauty thing is, those FISBOs start working for you actually and don't even know they're working for you, okay? And then last but not least, we're going to talk about open house leads. I get a lot of sale leads from open house leads. Who here does open houses? How are they working for you guys? Successful?
I've had several open houses. I've done a lot of buyer leads.
Okay.
Open houses is probably
25%? You gotta say more than that. But so I know I'm putting you on the spot. So it's 25% of your business. How? What are you doing exactly? She's
doing open houses.
Yeah. Do you ever flip? You flip sellers with it or just buyers?
I haven't flipped sellers with it. Unless it was a big sphere client. I don't count that. But I haven't flipped sellers.
Okay. Cool. Yep. You're just scratching your head. All right, she's scratching her head. All right, so we're gonna go into that. Hey Sam, go to the next slide for me. All right.
Oh.
What are we doing? Hold up, back it up. All right. How to work expiring leads. Okay. So number one, I mean, you got to call them. Did anybody call any expiring leads this morning? It's the first of the month. Anybody? I got 30 in this morning. I called 30 this morning as I was getting the kids ready for school. I threw them into my Mojo Dollar and I started calling right at 7:15. And I got 2 appointments to go to. One today, one, I think it's Wednesday. I wrote it down on the sticky, so I know I got it somewhere. So, expired. First thing, you got to call these guys, man. Right? I know everyone said, why call them? What do you guys say? Who, if you actually call it expired leads, what do you actually say right now?
Hey, have you given up forever on trying to get your home sold?
I like that.
It's gotta
What's
be
your typical
better.
response?
I actually get a response from them rather than are you ready to hire the next agent to do the job for you of getting your home sold? Like
That's-
everyone says that.
Yeah,
So
I learned that at KW.
you gotta be a pattern. It's the basic script, not even just KW, but you gotta be a pattern structure, so that they actually want to engage with us.
Anybody else with us? Anybody else say? I want to hear. I'm curious. Oh, if y'all don't know, the way I do masterminds, I make you talk. I do that. I put you on the spot. I do it. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, really.
I said variations of it, right? So like I call my hey Sasha, I noticed your home came up with market. I wanted to see if you'd given up on that. That was still in the place.
Here's one that I would use. Let's take Tony. Tony, what's up? Tony, are you sick and tired of failing to sell your house? What happened?
So I just feel like the realtor did that with everything he's doing.
So the realtor didn't do their job. What about you? You have ownership in this too, Tony. What didn't you do?
Well, I mean, I feel like I did everything. I even
Is your house jacked up, Tony?
Well, I mean, it's just stuff that.
What's wrong with your AC unit, Tony?
Well, there's nothing wrong with the AC.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with your AC. Okay, Tony, then here's the deal. I will be there at 5 o'clock today, and we're gonna sell your house.
Well, how long do you think that you can sell it?
Tony, hold up. You got Apple or Android?
I have an Apple.
I'm FaceTiming her now.
Well, I'm not dressed.
I don't need to see you, Tony. I just want to see your face.
Okay.
All right, Tony. Your house is was on the market for 6 months. Where are you trying to go?
You know, I've been thinking about
Let me get a
moving
mirror.
back to Augusta.
You trying to go to Augusta? Why are you trying to go to Augusta?
Well, because you know, it's the trade, you know, where it's at.
No, we don't have a lot of trees, but you trying to get back to Augusta.
Oh, I'm trying to get back to
On a scale of 10, how bad you want to get to Augusta?
Oh, about 7.
About a 7. Okay, Tony, I'm gonna get you to Augusta. You gonna work with me?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
So here's Tony.
What's that?
Tony,
Yeah.
look at me.
I'm looking.
Look at me.
Look.
I'm your agent now.
Okay, what do I have to do?
Don't answer the phone anymore. I'll be there at 5 o'clock.
Okay. I'll see you there.
Something like that. And what am I doing? What am I actually doing?
Really, you're standing out. You're doing double.
Exactly. I'm having fun though. And I'm having fun. Tony might be like, man, go F yourself. All right? Why are you trying to FaceTime me? I'm like, because I want to look at you face to face so you know that I'm a real person and that I actually sell houses, Tony. You know, I'm taking control of the conversation. I don't understand. We have cell phones. Why people don't do more FaceTime? I just got really bold one day. So I'm going to FaceTime this dude. Right? I'm on the phone and say, oh, you FaceTiming? I say, hell yeah, I'm FaceTiming. I want to talk to you, man. Like, we're having a conversation. You're not at work, right? No, let's talk face to face. And we start talking face to face. Here's the problem. If you call with the same old broken script that you learned when I was at KW, just literally, hey, how you doing? This is Sasha Chapman. I'm just calling to see when you're going to hire the right agent to sell your home. There are 50 other people calling to make that exact same thing. Yeah, it is super cheesy. It's robotic. Yeah, like so. I'm asking Tony straight up: is your house jacked up? She knows it. Here's the thing that we're afraid to do: we're afraid to challenge sellers because if they say, "Well, yeah, my house is messed up, but I'm not making any repairs," okay, then fine. If Tony says that to me, that's fine. Have you thought about doing a cash offer sale then? If you don't want to do repairs, the only reason, Tony, your home doesn't sell is because of price. Period. Okay? There's a price that your home is going to sell for, but the question is, are you willing to accept that price, yes or no? That's what it comes down to. Okay? And you got to be, I'm sorry, you got to be disruptive, right? You've got to be able to take control of the conversation. And remember, I don't care if you haven't sold a house at all. You are the content expert here. They might have been through what, 1, 2 transactions. The biggest thing is, the funniest thing is to me is that seller who's like, well, I've done this before. Yeah, in 2008 or in 1990. It's 2021. Come on, dude. Come on, this is a whole different market. And you gotta be comfortable saying that to them. All right? 2, I thought about FaceTiming. Get face to face with them. Door knock them. Door knock them. Does anybody else do that? Okay. So here's the deal. I don't have the ability to show you guys this right now because whatever we're going through here tech wise. But I'm assuming you guys know how to use the MLS. Get in the MLS, create you a search, right? Just pull up cancel and expired listings. Do it in whatever area that you want to do it in. Okay? Put yourself on a driving tour. And then go door knock those folks. Literally go door knock them, right? And do that, and then you'll be able to get this whole thing going. I want to show you guys this really cool postcard I had. Whatever. But picture the postcard, right? It is a picture of a postcard with my face on it, popping some champagne and wine. I think it's wine, whatever. And it says on there, you can whine about not getting your home sold, or you can hire me, right? And what I do is I take them, I literally go to the alcohol store, get a little bit small bottles of wine or Bacardi or whatever, and I door knock them. If they're not there, I'll leave that on the door with the QR code, with me saying something to them, right? It's a generic message, obviously, like, hey, I tried to reach you, your house didn't sell, you gonna whine about not selling your house, or you gonna give me a call and let's get this thing going. Enjoy your drink, right? The only problem I had, one time I left it on the door of an alcoholic, so I can't fight his demons. That's his issue. Feel kind of bad. I said, when I come back around, come get the bottle, man. He said, no, don't worry about it. I might need it. Not my fault. Not my problem. All right. Hold up, Sam. Go back to the thing. Okay. Right here. Okay. Real quick. Creative mailers and a drip campaign. Who here has a drip campaign? Raise your hand. 1, 2. Yeah, I got a drip campaign. Y'all trip. Something, anything. I don't care where you got it from. Okay? Is it working? Is it effective? Y'all don't know. All right. Sam, go to Bon real quick. Let's see if we can make this a little bigger for y'all. How's that? All right, I ain't gonna do too much. All right, so there we go. Thank you. Scroll down. Let's see what I have active right now. Those are both these. Click on edit. Down. Both leads. There you go. Click on that. That'll work. All right. So here's the deal. I use Bon. All right. You guys have heard me talk about Bon before. Blah blah blah. Why do I use Bon? Anyone know why? Video is easy to use. I sell houses from Bon. It's a great tool. Now, I tell everyone this, if you're not going to use the technology, I don't care what the real estate technology is, you're not going to use it, you're wasting the money. Okay? I've helped so many people sign up with Bon. I give them my free course when they sign up with it, and they say, well, it's not working. No, shit, you ain't working. It's really what it is. Oh, I'm alive. You're not working. So, let's go into here. Click on... Go to the drop down where it says change, Sam, and click on edit email. There we go. This is one of my, when I was doing bow leads, this is one of my emails that I use off the top, right? My emails are always doing one of two things, right? Let's scroll down a little bit. All right, so there's a video. I'm getting their attention with a whiteboard, right? And thanks for requesting list of home. Scroll down. Click the list. It's going to take you there. I already have a pre-done search that's going to take them to a Tarrant County search on my Real Geeks. Why? Because when I was doing both leads, I was getting people who was requesting homes in Tarrant County. So I just went ahead and created a search. So I'm not playing games with them. I'm sending them what they want off the top. Okay, so oh no, don't click on the list. Go back to the email. Not bad. But there's a search. It works. All right. Come down. More. Stop. Right there. So there's a message. I talk about the lender who's helping me pay for this. Right, Farmer Holland. He's true. Love him. That link will take them to his website for them to go ahead and get pre-approved. I say that in the video message. Okay. I talk about the fact my team's going to call. This is my old team. Those folks aren't on my team anymore. But scroll down. Okay, I did have a button. All right. Well, I typically will have a button on here for them to click on it and schedule with me through calendar. That's touch number one. That's email number one. Okay? And then there's a whole, let's go back to the automation, the old tab thing. There's a whole list, go all the way down, of teaching them how to stop active homes only. If they want to grab a cup of coffee, learning the buyer process, building wealth, keep going. I just started thinking about all of the different things that they're going to ask me about. How much money do they need when it's time to buy a home? Okay? How much, whatever. Okay? You have to have a drip campaign is the bottom line what I'm saying here. You have to have a drip campaign that's going to touch these people and push them different. Okay? So let's talk about the sell lead drip campaign. All right? Sam, go back and go to the 2021 seller drip campaign. Back automations. Yep.
Hey, Sasha,
Right there. Yes.
are those videos are they like never that whole list you just showed us? Like, does that list get sent to whoever your lead is? Like they're going to be sending each individual.
No, they can't get that list. No. You see what it's saying right here? They'll get this one after 10 minutes, right? When the lead comes in to the system, they're going to get this first email of the overview process in 10 minutes. 2 days later, they're going to get a seller's return on investment. Now, this has changed. We just paused this because now I have 2 new agents on my team, and I don't want it to be all about Sasha. So what you're seeing here, what I'm doing with my team, is this. This is coming from me, then it's going to come from Vaughn, then it's going to come from Lisa. Keep scrolling down. But every so many days, they're going to get that. Here's what we do. We practice the 10 days of pain. Lead comes in. We're going to call you, and it's an old school tactic, but it works. We're going to bombard your butt for 10 straight days. Okay? We're going to call you. We're going to text you. We're going to follow up. They're going to get the drip campaign. I just let it do its work. And here's the problem most agents have. If you don't have a drip campaign doing its work, I took, an hour of my time. We built this, and then I just have to record the videos. They do its work and get out the way. What I have to do now is be more personal. I have to hit them up. I have to get them with the text messages. I have to get them with personal videos where I'm texting that video over to them, whatever. This stuff is scripted, but it's also going to be powerful giving them information that they need. You know, how do you stage your home when you're ready to sell it? How do you buy and sell at the same time? Y'all need to be writing that down because these are the things they always ask. Sellers are always worried about, okay, yeah, I want to sell my house, but where I'm going to go right now. So let's talk about that. Your job is to have the solutions. Okay? So solution, where are they going to go? New construction, guys. Fill your pipeline up with new construction right now. And now people are starting to get some act right. Lennar stopped paying 2%. They finally come back up to 3%. Well, they was at 1% at one point, right? Yeah. Everybody in Lennar is calling, what you calling me for? We ain't cool. Well, I thought we were friends. Friends don't cut my money.
Are they back at 3%?
Yeah. Now, certain locations are doing different things in different places.
Okay, as long as it's not 1%.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, but we got to have solutions for where they want to go, right? So, what's the home selling process, right? how much my home is worth, right? They don't have the slightest clue if they can afford that $400,000 or $500,000 home. They do not know. It's our job to show them if you sell your house for X, you're going to walk away with Y. Then you take Y and you put 50% of that down or whatever you want to put down on your new home. Show them your payment for buying a brand new home is only going to be $2,200. That sound good? Don't say anything else. They will sign with you. Don't talk yourself out of a deal and a listing appointment. We're going to cover that in a second. All right? So, bottom line, you need a drip campaign. Okay? I guess we're still working here. But you need to have a drip campaign that is going to be going forward and actually engaging them, right? So, if you have KV Core, you need to start using KV Core. I understand it's a little clunky. Totally get it. That's why I got what I have, right? All my drip campaigns come out of BombBomb because I'm putting my face and my agent's face in front of them all the time. And I'm gonna say this: there might be other teams doing it just as well as we are, but no one's gonna out video me. Period. I mean, hence all of the stuff y'all see in here. I am a walk-in studio. I'm always ready. Well, I was ready to put this mic up to get a live stream because you guys asked me to do it, right? I have everything I need. You need to invest in your business to get there. I'm not saying go buy a whole lot of stuff. You should have did that on Monday because everything was cheap. I bought 2 drones Monday. I bought Red X, and I bought some new earpods because the old ones going out. You know, I retooled in the fourth quarter on Black Friday because it's cheap. But if you miss those deals, guess what? They'll still make a deal with you. You're freaking real estate agents. Negotiate with the vendors. I do it all the time. All right, go back to the slide real quick, Sam. All right. We talked about that creative mailers. So let's real quick go to Canva. Pass some of these out. Pull Canva up, pull the postcards for them, Sam, please. All right. So you need content, guys. If you want to get some touches going, you've got to have some stuff out there that's going to grab their attention. We got touches. We got touches all over the place. And some of the stuff I know, this is saying KW because it's my old stuff. I still got it, blah, blah, blah. But we've been recreating the new stuff now. Okay? So if you're looking online with me, look at some of the stuff we have here right now. I love this one here because people love puppies. People love animals. So use animals. Use things people love. Use things from TikTok. So did your last agent claim to be the big dog but never left the porch? Who likes that? I like it. Okay? And then scroll to the bottom, Sam. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Get to the end. Yeah, we come back up. Keep going. One more. Or 2 more. Stop. Right there. Okay. So, got a QR code on the back. So you got the front, you got the back. Real easy. Write their name on it. Write their address. Put a stamp. Let it do the work. So literally, what I would do at the beginning of the month, I got all these expired leads I know I'm going to be calling. Just write. Oh, my wife writes it because my handwriting sucks. Right? Put a stamp on it. Avoid the stuff. I bought 500 of these, of each one of these postcards last night on Vistaprint because they had their 50% off sale. They run that sale every whatever. I think it's probably still going a little bit, so check it out. All right, get your content. You cannot go get the same boring, jacked up. I'm gonna say boring one more time. Content that every agent has. Hey, I got stuff from Breakthrough Broker. So what? Child, please. Everybody else got stuff from Breakthrough Broker. Okay, I got the same stuff from Keeping It Current Matters. Make it branded to you. What am I doing? Scroll up to the top again, Sam. What am I showing them right now? Not just me, but what? Personality. I'm showing them I can freaking market. They're getting bombarded with all these pieces of junk. And what they do, they get all this crap thrown in the trash. But when someone sees a puppy, they'll laugh for a second. Like, oh, that's kind of fun. That's cute. I've had more people call me like, you know what? I'm only calling you because your stuff was pretty funny, but I'm not really interested in selling my house. But guess what we're doing now? We having a conversation. We about to go sell this house, right? And so when they call, we start talking. Like, well, where are you right now? Well, I'm at the house. All right. You decent? Yeah, I'm decent. FaceTime. What are you doing? Well, you called. I thought you wanted to have a conversation. I'm showing that I'm bold. I'm showing them that I'm going to do things that other agents won't. They may say, "Hey, I'm not excited. I don't even know you like that." Well, you call me, homie. You call me. You know, being disruptive yet again. All right, now go. What you see on the back here, these QR codes here, right? Sends them to a couple reported messages. I got one that sends them to your house is sale now what, right? And it's basically like me right now. I'm talking a little smack. Why your house is sale? What is wrong with your house? Did you have it priced too high? Your AC jacked up? Your hot water going on? What's rusted? What's the dealio? Why am I doing that? Am I trying to mess with them? I'm trying to get them to call me. You know, maybe your agent didn't tell you what was really going on at your house, why they didn't know. How many offers did you actually go through to get back to the same point for 180 days? They always say it was the agent's fault, right? No, it's not. It's not. I mean, the agent makes up, right? But at the end of the day, it's their house. It's their responsibility to sell it. They're trying to go to the next place. We are just the conduits to help them get there, right? So, touches. One goes there to why your house is sale. Another one goes to this one where I make a lot of noise. How we do our marketing. And then another one just goes to my agent landing page on my website. All I'm doing is reusing the content again and again and again. All right, for those who are on right now, online, I can't show you this one online, so we just do it this way here. Here's another one that we have. I think it's this camera here. All right, here's another one that we have that just talks about the buying or the selling processes on the back, and it has the information here. Please ignore the KW stuff unless you're here from KW and you need to come on over to EXP. Give me a call, 817-668-0311. I'm just saying, don't hate. Just come on over here. We're not even trying to compete with you. We're trying to teach you how to do this thing. Back to our regular scheduled program. All right. So that's what this one is here. Touches, guys. Touches. I give you guys another one that I do that I don't have printed up. I will just print out a giant QR code in an envelope, right? And just leave it on the door. Imagine getting a package, you just got to, all you pull out is a big QR code that says scan me. What are you going to do? Some people may be thinking they go into a mind. What'd you say? Now you're curious. You don't know what you're scanning. You don't know if you go into a My OnlyFans page, something like that. Or what, I said My OnlyFans. I don't be on there. My Only, whatever it is. Well, whatever. You don't know where you're going, but you're going to scan it because of your curiosity. And what pops up is a guy right here saying something. Right? Yeah. Let's pause here. You got any questions about some of these touches that I'm talking about that you need to do? No. All right.
Are you saying to send both of these out or one that together?
Yeah. Well, legitimately, this is what I'm doing. All right. Touch 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, the first thing I'm doing is I am calling and I am texting. All right. I am going to do this for 10 straight days. Okay? Off the top. Meanwhile, while I'm calling and texting, they are in my system on my drip campaign. Right? My drip is going to go out for about 6 months. Okay? So the way my campaigns, we have it this way, I have it this way here. Okay, I have a expired campaign. I have a for sale by owner campaign. Okay? They're going to go through that one, all those, depending on what type of lead we're talking about, right? As they go through that, I'm making my phone call. I'm also now But that's what I'm doing within the first couple of days.
Hey, Sasha. Hello, Sasha. Uh, we are having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, shut off. All right, we'll keep going. Hey, Sam, go to the next slide. All right. Hold up. Man, I wish I could show you guys land voice. Sam, are you able to pull land voice up for me? This. Okay.
But that's embarrassing.
I hear you. I know. Stop. Don't get locked out. Go look in your last pass and see if you see it. Well, let's keep going. Go back. Put that on another screen. But go back to my slides real quick. Sorry, guys. I can't get it. I mean, it is what it is. I can do it from here, but see, we're still having problems with Wi-Fi. Is anybody else having trouble getting online? Y'all still having that issue?
No, I'm back on.
You on? You on the guest?
I'm at CB guest.
See,
So I didn't do core guest. I just saw CB guest as an open Wi-Fi.
Alright, well, we're gonna turn it off. Alright, you know what? We're gonna keep on going. Here's the deal. I'm gonna be putting some videos out there about land voice on my YouTube channel anyway. Just in the interest of time, we're not gonna keep trying to do all that. I wanna make sure I get to the content here. Alright, so land voice, working for sale by owner, it's the exact same thing. Here's the thing. Let's talk about FISBO. Who here works FISBOs a lot? Anybody? Like, Tony? Get your hand up. Don't make you scared. Don't be scared. Talk to me. How's it working out?
I'm gonna be honest, it's not really working out for me too much. I
Mhm.
went on appointments I have, but I haven't been able to turn them.
Why? Why do you think? What's going on there?
Honestly, I think it's me. Maybe I'm not how you presented yourself when we were kind of role playing. Yeah, that wasn't me. So
I'm not that same dude with a full sale owner though. I'm not. I remember when it expired. That's different. Full sale by owner is a little more hand holding, right? So they're different. So let's talk about the type of FISBOs that you have,
Okay.
right? So turning a full sale by owner is a little bit different because number one, you got the FISBO who hates realtors. All right, I ain't waste my time with him. I'm not. Well, I never use a realtor. I'm like, all right then, James, you go do your thing. And I'll see his house on the market for another 20 days. Well, I know my house is worth $300,000. Well, James, 15 of your neighbors just sold the exact same floor plan for $250,000. That's $300,000. That's all I'll take. Well, James, where you want to go? I don't have to do anything. When they say that, I don't really have to sell. What are they really telling you?
Motivation. Yeah.
None whatsoever. So why are you still calling that fool? I don't. There's a whole lot more people out there, right? I'm not gonna use that analogy. I'm married for 15 years. I'm gonna use it anyway. When I was a young man, when I was young man before the ring, I'm still married, love you, Steph, right? And I was going to the club, right? And you got a girl who's just angry at the club, at the bar, you buy a drink, and she's an angry another thing. Y'all know that girlfriend. It's y'all girlfriend who's angry, bitter. She's still lonely, right? I ain't waste my time with her. Why? I'm trying to have a good time. That's a headache. James is a headache. Your angry girlfriend is a headache, right? You want to go with the fun, spunky girl or whatever. Go have a good time. Y'all, not going to get too much. I'm married now, but y'all get what I'm saying. Right? Y'all understand what I'm going here. Don't waste your time with these cranky, angry people who don't really want to sell. I have people say, well, I don't really have to sell. I'm like, okay, you get them to every single roadblock. You overcome every objection, and they still won't act. Bye. Some of y'all saw my live, me kind of complaining about this buyer I had, right? Right? This dude wouldn't buy free sand for his kids to play with. There ain't no way he was going. So when he's like, well, I think we need to go a different direction, I was more than cool with that. But I just wanted to have a conversation about what he thought the issue was. Don't waste your time with people who are like that. So that's our for sale by owner number one, the one who's just not going to work with you regardless. Number two, the know-it-all. The for sale by owner who sold a house back in the day, a long time ago, they think they can do it again in this market. How do you handle that person? What do you think you do with that individual?
The numbers, the facts.
Speak up.
Show them the numbers, the facts of what's going on in today's market.
Right. So yeah, we show them the numbers and the facts. What else do we do with that individual? Show them your value. Show them why they need you. Why you're different than everyone else. Here's what you don't do. Let me just be very clear. This is my personal opinion. There's a lot of opinions about this. Don't hold comps hostage. I can't stand rules like, well, I'm never going to sit in comps over until I get over there and sit in an appointment. Okay. How long does it take you guys to do comps? Anybody take forever? It takes me, 30 seconds to a minute. Right? What'd you say over there? 30 seconds. Right. But we hold on to these comps. Like, oh, I can't give this away. Nah, I can't. They're just gonna go to Zillow. All right, and Zillow's wrong typically. It's getting better. If we're being honest here, guys, it's getting better. It's getting closer, right? Even with the debacle of them trying to reset and change up the market, they'll go to Realtor.com. There's so many places for them to go get comps. When you're sitting here saying, no, I don't give comps unless you see me. I don't do that. I don't do that. What you're saying is you're stuck up. What you're saying is you're not helpful, in my opinion. Because if I had someone doing that with me, like, child, please, I ain't got time for this shit. I mean, stuff. I'll go elsewhere. It is what it is, right? So number one, we're going to be a resource for them. We're going to connect with them. We're going to empathize and understand why they're going. If they have, you got to understand the big why. Why are they selling? This is really, really important. Most people try to focus too much on selling the house. Where do they want to go? Are they trying to connect with a sick loved one? Are they trying to move back home, right? Or are they going through a divorce? What is the situation? Connect with that, empathize with that, and then give them a plan. It's the biggest thing you can do. For a for sale by owner, that's not how we put it to work for us, and being ready to make a deal. Because they may want you to cut your commission. Okay? I've cut my commission in the past. But where I am right now, I feel like I'm one of the best agents out here in the market. Why am I cutting my commission when I feel like I give services better than pretty much anybody else out there? And I know that I do that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to show them that. I'm going to show them what it is that I'm actually doing. I'm going to show them my marketing plan. Who here actually has a marketing plan when they put a house on the market? Raise your hands. Y'all tripping, right? All right, okay, we're gonna cover that too then. Y'all need a plan. Y'all mess with me, right? Okay, who's done a listing? How about that? Who's one? Okay, so let's go around the room. How long have y'all been agents again? 2 years. I do that. Okay. 1 year. 1 year. 7 months. 3 years. 3 years. Year. 2 months. 3. 6.5. Old school. You said 1. 1. 3. Okay, my bad. I let up on y'all a little bit. Just a little bit, not a lot. Because here's the deal. My first sale was actually a FISBO. I was more comfortable doing listings than doing buyers. I was actually terrified to do buyers. I didn't do buyers for a long time. I thought I would miss somebody's sale of buying a house. I was so afraid. But listing a house is a heck of a lot easier. Who wants to get in their car and drive all day? Anybody? That is for the birds, man. That is for the birds. I got 3 listings on the contract right now. I got a couple more listings I got to go put on the market. I literally have 2 that I just need to send the listing agreement over. I know that that's sloppy. I know it. They agreed to sign with me 3 days ago, and I'm still tripping. I just haven't had the time to sit down and do it. I'll do it tonight, Sam. Don't get on me. That's a great question, man. I like that. Opportunistic. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't had it.
How long does it take you to sit up with those offers when they come in?
I'm trying to, you know. But come on now. You know how it is sometimes when you just get like.
That's what I'm going to say if I'm up against you.
I get it. I got stuff for you too, though. I ain't gonna let you know what it is here, though. Anyway, so here's the deal. You gotta be ready to make this deal with them because they may want you to drop your commission. And everyone's saying, I don't want to do that. Okay? Is anybody here really not going to sell a house at 5.5%? Anybody? Because I've done it. And you know what? What do y'all think I'm taking? If I drop it down to 5.5%, what's my commission? I ain't that gangster. God Lord. 3.5. I can't get other person 2. That's wrong. In my opinion. I'm taking my 3. I used to. Bad mindset. I used to reduce my commission and then keep the buyer's agent up. Why? I have no idea. Why? Because I didn't want to be seen as this agent who drops someone's commission. You have no control of what the listing commission is and what the commission that you're going to receive as a buyer's agent. So when people get mad about that, if people get upset, well, this is not right. I had an agent call me, well, fine, I'm looking at the commission and it says 2.5% on MLS, yeah? Well, I just got the CD, it says yours is 3. Yeah. Well, don't you think that's not right? I think you need to go get your own shit. Yeah.
I didn't negotiate that.
Like,
Okay.
go get your own freaking listing. Don't cry to me about it. You know, if I have to work a deal with my seller, that's between me and that seller. What I'm trying to get, well, the point I'm trying to drill through is here. Don't care about what anybody else is doing. It's your business. What you want to do is fine. I know a top agent in this market right now who does a flat rate of $5,000. I can't agree with that. Why? Because she sells a $200,000 house for $5,000 on the listing side. You can say that. So when it gets down to a certain point, she has a bottom number of how that works. But if she sells a $700,000 home, $5,000. Ooh, child, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. But homegirl sells like 180 houses a year, like that. Now, she's not giving all the services that I'm giving out. She's not doing drone video photography and all. I mean, she does good photography, but she's not doing drone videos, open houses, and all that. That's how she and I met. I would do her open houses, and I would get buyers from it, so I'm trying to sell the house, right? And she's an agent with us right now in EXP. Her business model works for her, right? But she's not going out and putting all the time that I put in to go do it. So don't knock a different business model. Figure out what yours is. But you need to have a marketing campaign of how you're going to do that. Okay, we'll talk about that next. Let's go to the next one here, real quick. Hold on, stay with land voice. One thing I want to. My laptop's so bad here, but we don't have it. It is what it is. So let's talk about land voice. What land voice is going to do for you is this. This is what I love about them for sale by owners. Land voice will give you you can get a phone number from them. Number one, you get a phone number, right? That phone number will allow you to, it's like a 1-800 number, and you get signs, you can put the signs in the physical. So, all right, let me back up. So land voice will do for you. Let me back it up. If you buy into their land voice platform that they have, the cost of getting land voice is very cheap. They give you expires and physicals all day, right? You get neighborhood data, all that stuff too. But what you can do is this: you can get a couple signs that you can put in the for sale by owner's yard. So what I do is this: I'm like, hey, I want to help you out. You want to sell your own home? Let me put the sign in your yard, so you don't have to manage and put your personal number out there all the time. Okay? Put that number out there, and what that number is going to do is give off information about their home. This is one of the big things that FSBOs cannot do. They don't have time to be on the phone like we do because they got a normal regular job or they got kids at the house or something, right? And then they can't get information over to these potential buyers. That's what the phone number will do. But guess what that phone number does? Sending information over to me. So now they're working for me by helping me and my team get buyers. Put the sign in the yard, put the rider up there, boom, there you go. It also, which will also give them flyers that has your information, yada, 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 that can have at the house. So you're already working for them, is how they see it, but they're also working for you. It's a fair exchange. And so what happens when I've had this happen, and someone sold their house, great. But I picked a ton of buyer leads on top of it. Great for them. Can you write me an online review? Yeah, I write your review, Sasha. I really appreciate you helping me sell my house without paying any commission. Cool. What's that going to do? That's going to pay dividends down the road, right? But it also fed me some buyers who are actually pre-approved and ready to go. That's why I like land voice. Because it's a lead generation system that gives me FSBOs and expires, but it also helps me find buyers on top of it as well. It's actually a really cool platform. It's really good. But that's what it will do for you. Professional phone number. I got the same phone number with probably like 6 different extensions, right? And we just go get these sides of these PPRs and then just get these buyers that way and go. That's what land voice will do for you. Let's go to the next slide here. And then also, let me say this, I'll put them on my website as a coming soon listing or a listing I put that's on my website alone. So now I just have to deal with the whole Zillow traffic and all that stuff. But it's also giving me traffic back to my website, right? But I'm exclusively have this house out there like this. And y'all don't see this on Facebook or Instagram, and let me tell you why. You don't see it on there because I'm selling those houses to my own buyers who are out there struggling to get it done. And putting it out there on Facebook, it's like a secret listing anyway, right? Because they're not really putting it out there for the masses to see, unless they know how to really do it on Zillow or something like that. So at that point, I can use it like exclusive to all buyers. All right. Let's go to the next slide, Sam. mic off? Okay, open houses. All right, I asked a question about open houses earlier. How am I doing on time, by the way? I got this until what? I thought it was noon. Is it 11:30?
It's new.
Okay, I thought so.
Worst case scenario, they kick us out.
But they made me start late, so I'm gonna take it. All right, open house weeks real quick. All right. So everyone says they do open house, but you're not targeting sellers. I gotta tell you why. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I do. Real easy. Run Facebook ads, targeting that neighborhood. I used to door knock. You can do it if you want to. I'm not a fan. It's not my favorite thing to do. But I target the neighborhood. Does anyone know how to? Everyone here know how to do? That in everyday direct mail. Figure this out. EDDM. Everyday direct mail to the post office. Basically, you pick a mail route. You search up and find the house that you find the address. So what you'll do is you'll find that address that is on, and you can target just that mail route itself. And so there may be 700 homes on that mail route. So you create your nice creative postcard of whether it's going to be listing this house. Hold on. Hey, everything all right? Yeah, I'm teaching right now. Bye. My grandfather's getting older, so, you know, get that age, he's 90s. So my mom takes care of it. So just, you know, you don't get that call, you don't pick up, you start to wonder, holidays and all that stuff. So anyway, back at it. So what it does is you target that particular mail route and you just send them a postcard that, hey, I'm going to be holding an open house and sending out. This is why I tell my sellers this straight up. When I get them, and I tell them about the marketing plan, that I tell them once I take the pictures, I want at least 2 weeks. All right? I never get that. I tell them 2 weeks because they give me 7 days, honestly. They never give me 2 weeks. But I want that time so I can actually start hitting up their neighbors. And I send that postcard, say, we'll be holding this open house. If you got friends or family members here, send them over to the open house. And if you're curious about how much your home is worth, I'll have comps right that I can run for you on the spot. And they come out in droves. So when I put the house on the market, I put the house on the market on Thursday. I don't allow showings on Thursday. Typically I put it on Thursday evening, like right at midnight, so it can then syndicate over Friday morning. I don't allow showings Friday until about 5 o'clock. Or if my client doesn't want any, we just don't. We start the showings on Saturday. I'm doing an open house from typically, I do a 10 to 1, or I'll do a 12 to 3, or 1 to 4, something like that. What am I doing? Why am I doing it that way? And what am I doing to you as an agent? I'm manipulating. I'm manipulating you and your buyer. Why? Because when I have a house full of people and I got an open house, I got 20 people coming to the house right now. I know it's COVID. I get that. Wear your mask. Right? But when that happens, guess what? The people like the house go over in that corner. They go in that corner. They go in that corner. They all start talking about what they like. And the agent is sitting there like, it's got a lot of traffic. Like rookie agents, let's be honest. Old school agents kind of understand what I'm doing, but they're like, it's got a lot of traffic. And they're like, yeah, we do the right high. Then this agent comes talk to me. That agent comes talk to me. Everyone comes talk to me, and guess what? Nobody ever wants something that the other person don't want. All right? Why people always try to steal a good man? Because he's a good man. Right? If he's sorry and he ain't got no job, nobody want him. Right? You got a good one, you better hold on to him. You better do something. That's how we're selling. Selling in general goes that way. When everybody else sees it and everybody else wants it, guess what? Your buyer that's on the fence, who's just thinking about it, not sure if they really want it, they see everybody else want it. Now they want to get in the game, right? And then people ask me these crazy questions. So, do you have any offers? I'm like, what do you think? Meanwhile, I got a neighbor Sally, got a neighbor Joe, I got another neighbor that's come through, and then I'm like, hey, look what's going on. Or this is what I like, love, and hate at the same time. You get the neighbor across the street whose house is on the market, been on the market for 2 weeks. He comes over, and you doing everything to get this house. So if he gonna get it sold, like, yeah, what you think? I got this. You know, look how full it is. You're like, I want to talk to you about selling my house. I'm like, okay, cool. Where are you? I'm across the street, right over there. We ain't even had an open house. Like, you got an agent though, right? Yeah. So I can't be coaching like that. That's not how it works. Well, I want to talk to you. Well, here's the rule. He can call me anytime he wants to. I can't call him. But when he starts making these phone calls, says, look, I really want to have this conversation with you. As long as you represent it, I can't work for you. I can't do that. I'm going to protect my license, right? So you need to handle your business over there. Then they'll keep calling, they'll keep following up. What did you do? Well, the house is sold. It's under contract. It's moving forward. And I brought the buyer. So now what's happening to him? He's like, man, hold on. I got the wrong person working for me. I am a nightmare for you. If you got a listing in one of the neighborhoods I'm about to list in, and it ain't under contract, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. And I don't apologize for it. Why? Because I'm doing my job. And that's how we do our thing. So what happens is this. I target the whole neighborhood with this information here. Then I target them all again online with Facebook, YouTube videos, and all this stuff like that, showing a flyover drone video of the neighborhood that comes in finally into the house. That gets a ton of views on Zillow, a ton of views on Realtor.com, on YouTube, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I am out marketing, in my opinion, pretty much everybody out there. And I get angry sometimes because guess what? The house is going to sell the freaking weekend. Does I really need to do all that to sell the house? Probably not in this market. But I'm not selling the house. I'm trying to capture the neighborhood. That's how you get them, right? So as a buyer's agent right now, okay, if they will allow you to do videos or whatever, do a video walkthrough. Do a video walkthrough right there and there. I'll have my laptop up just like this, and as people are coming through who are looking at the house, I'll have the video of the neighborhood flyover so they can see that. And what are they saying? They like it. So when these sellers that come in right now, I as I'm sitting in the open house, I can't talk to everybody. We have a lot of people. So what I do is, they sign in. Who I have, whatever, they sign in, they get registered. I have an agent, I go to the next person, right? And I have all my stuff put together like this. We have our buyer brochure, we have our seller brochure, we got information about the house, we have comps. And I talk to the people who don't have an agent, right? I register them on my Realty's website, I put them on the search right there and there, number one. 2, for the sellers, I set an appointment with them right there. They tell me what their house is worth. Just like it down right there on the spot. How much you own your property? What's your address? Name, number, email, and can I come talk to you at 5 o'clock? When I put a house on the market, I leave my afternoon open after the open house so I can go sit down with that seller in the moment, the potential new seller. That's the biggest thing. So for me, a positive open house is how many buyers did I put in my drip campaign? Did I put on a home search right there and there? Okay. Number 2 metric is going to be how many seller listing appointments did I set at that open house? Right? They already gave me the information I need. I just want to go through, see the house, and I'm going to do my normal listing presentation as I do. And they always say, well, I'm not really sure if I'm ready to sell yet. I get it. I understand. They're a 3-month person, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever it is. But I'm already there. I'm out to take care of it right there and there, right? That's what you do. Yeah. No, you set the listing. At the open house, set your appointments right then and there. So for me, like I said, I'm either putting people on my drip. I'm definitely putting them in the drip campaign, but I'm definitely putting them on a home search, and I'm doing buyer consultations scheduled on the spot, and I'm scheduling our listing consultations. That is my purpose at the open house. I can just sit around and I'm not going to sit here and just shoot the shit and talk to everybody at the open house. We have a very busy open house. Now, if it's not super busy, I can spend more time with David and get more information. I can do a listing consultation right there. If it's slow, if my open house is slow, there's more things that I can do, right? And that's literally what I'm doing. So when I leave from the open house, I should have consultations to go to after, right? Most people just so focused on every buyer that comes through, and that's fine. But don't skip out on the sellers. But if you're not marketing to the sellers, they won't come through. I used to get food trucks to come through and stuff like that, but you know, I'm not trying to, that's money. You know, I'm not trying to do all that. But you get a food truck, you get 100 people. You get the whole neighborhood to come through with a food truck. You just don't let them get free. You don't let them get food until they come and talk to you. You get their name, number, email, and address. Now you're marketing to them. All right. Write this down. In RedX, geo leads will give you their information. If you're looking for information about the neighborhood, you want to know who, the name, number, email. You go to geo leads in RedX and you buy those leads, you can get an entire neighborhood's information. Now you have the information. If you already sent them over postcards, stuff like that, you know, you're there in a little bit, you're connected. All right? You can also get that from My Plus leads. Gosh, what do they call it? Neighborhood something. It's like $64 on My Plus leads or something like that. I think maybe with RedX it's like 40 a month, something to that nature. Can't remember exactly what it is. I could show you if I could, but I can't do it.
Does Reddit have a dollar?
They do. They do. RedX, but you know, KV Core has $1 too, though. Did y'all know that? KV Core, so here's my opinion about KV Core. KV Core has everything. They just make you pay for it. It's extra, extra, extra. Sometimes it's better to have a different application because it's better. Like Mojo, I can put anything in Mojo, right? Mojo's right. You guys use Mojo, right?
Yeah. That's how I built my business. When you do
Does
something
Mojo
like,
have data or
so it's $1, but you can also get data from it. And like, I literally use Mojo every single day, and it's all like 45%.
do you have to put the data in
Yeah, it's easy. Some of the data will go automatically into it. You know,
It's easy to use for like, it's straightforward. It's easy.
here's like for me, I use Realgeeks as my CRM. You guys know that. So for Mojo, I can take any lead source out of my Realgeeks and put it into Mojo. So when I'm driving and showing people houses, buyers, I'll just send up expired listings, right? I will take my expires and push those over to Mojo, and as I'm driving, I'm just calling expires. Going from one house, boom, cut the dollar back on, go, hey James, how you doing? Sasha Chapman, man, your house is sale, what's the problem? Had that conversation. And I'll have like 4, 5 conversations between showing house A to house B. So I'm saying, you gotta start working smarter, guys. This is the reason I bought Mojo, and the reason they use Mojo is because it saves time. I don't have time. I literally don't have time. So Mojo is going to dial. I don't care what he's going to do. I'm going to talk to a lead. I need to hit 50 people a day and have that conversation.
So when you're using like Reddit or this whatever else, they're gonna give you like name, email.
RedX will give you the names. If you buy Onyx as an add-on part of RedX, it will give you some emails. Sometimes you don't get that all the time.
You can certain processes that do data for free out of your mind.
Say more about that, Steph.
You can just type in the address and look you know, names, emails, when they bought the house. Like I've done mine in my neighborhood and I got, 5 or 6 people emails just from the for free.
I've pulled this for Remind.
You use a Remind when you do it, right? Yeah.
That's free. You don't have to pay for Remind.
Can you put the remind data into Mojo?
Yep. I've done, I think I got like 3,500 contacts for Remind inside my business.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because Remind was free, and then it wasn't free. And then it became free again, then it wasn't free. So they just keep going back and forth with this. They're going to make you pay for this extra. It's really, really strange. But you need to learn how to use Remind. Matter of fact, on the Money Badger, Sabrina did a video about how to use Remind, if I'm not mistaken. It's either on her YouTube channel or it's in the Money Badger group. It's somewhere out there. But Sabrina has one out there. But Remind is very, very powerful too.
It is. I started using that I wasn't door knocking, I was a little bit afraid, but I was putting my door hangers out using Remind. And I actually got a listing lead.
Yeah. Oh, door hangers. Sorry. Okay. All right, go to the next slide. We're done on this. Because when you come to open house things, you got to keep them educated on the home buying and selling process. Here's the thing. You have to keep this amount in too. You want to humble brag about what you're doing with their house if they came in and mentioned it. Yep, it's under contract. Yep, we had so many people that came through and we're selling it. And after you close the deal, and I go pick up my sign and pick up the lockbox, et cetera, I do a video talking to the whole neighborhood about how much we sold this house for, but not getting exact numbers, but telling them we sold it quickly. We had somebody who's going to the open house. We can do the exact same thing for you. And I would do like 5 different videos, and then I target those folks on Facebook. So let's talk about that. Go to Remind, or however you're going to get the data. Get the information. Download that information. Upload that into Facebook as a audience, and then run your Facebook ads to those folks. So let's go back here. Call, text, door knock, postcard. Now Facebook ads been added on to that because I'm targeting that particular audience as well. So what am I doing? I'm staying in front of them, right? There's other programs out there you can buy that, you can start really cyber stalking them. They go to Amazon and poof, your ad pops up. Like, man, this sausage is everywhere. Yes, I am. I'm like Chucky, a Candyman. Say open house 3 times, I'll pop up. All right, so real quick, let's kind of wrap this. I want to make sure. Any questions? I don't want this to be lecture. I want to be answering some questions too. Yes, ma'am.
How do you make the mail room?
Yeah.
For like the house, if you have the address, how do you find out what the mailman's from?
Okay, let me see if I can walk my VA through it. Sam, open up another tab. Do a Google search for U.S. Post Office Everyday Direct Mail. I want to show y'all how to do that. I'm tripping a little bit. While she's doing that, scroll up for me, Sam. No, U.S. Post Office. Then type in Everyday Direct Mail. Stop. Go to the first link at the very at the top. You have to click there. Click on EDM online tool. That's how you get to it. All right, Sam. Don't give me an address. Anybody got an address? Listen to them all. I got one. 7609 Indigo Ridge Drive, Fort Worth, Texas 76131. I saw this one over there. I think it's on the contract now a little bit. I just saw it. All right. Scroll in on that map a little bit. Zoom in. There we go. Okay. Click on the purple line. Make it blue. Right there. Stop. Okay. So what you're seeing here on the screen, right here, it is saying to send out 662 mail pieces. It's going to cost you $132 to do so. That's just for the mail, not the printing and everything else. That's just to mail it out. It's also saying that the income in that area is around $80,000, and the age, it gives you stats at the end of the day. But this is how you do it. You grab them right there, and then you have to send them off. Now, you need to understand the rules of how EDDM works, because the pieces have to be certain sizes. They got to be big. They got to meet certain size requirements, front and back, and it's going to have like the EDDM post logo thingy that needs to have on there. But that's how you do it. So what you do is you find you a title company that you can work with, that you do work with. They have ways of getting printing materials cheaper. Work with them to get it cheaper. Put them on the back of it too. They'll pay for half the cost of it. Half the cost of the postage, half the cost of that. Because title companies aren't allowed technically to give money to us to help us with lead generation, but we can go half on advertising or whatever. That's how you do it. But everyday direct mail, it is a pain in the butt when you're doing it yourself. you bring it off yourself. You can always go to a print shop and tell you want to do EDDM, and they'll do it for you. But you're gonna pay more than that. I mean, the biggest cost you're gonna have is getting the stuff printed. Hence, why you take advantage of this print's 50% on sale. I bought so much of that crap last night. I spent like $1,000 buying up postcards and all kinds of stuff I know I'll be using over and over again. So we have touches for the whole year we're going to use. Now here's the thing, and also one more thing about EDDM. This stuff has to go to the actual mail route, the post office of the mail route. So if I got a house way up in Lake Dallas, I just closed, right? I got to do that. I'm going to have to go drop them off at the one in Lake Dallas. Hence, I ain't about to do that. I'm gonna call my print shop guy and do it that way. So you need to find vendors that's going to work with you, that you're going to get them consistent business. It's the cost of being in business, guys. It's really what it is. But if your mail piece is trash, it's not good, it's not catchy, it's not catching their attention, you're probably wasting about $700. But that's how that works. Yes, ma'am. You got a question? Oh, let's do it. Okay. All right.
You send those out whenever you're like mostly open house, or you just sold a house, or you're just like farm a neighborhood that way, right?
Yeah, you have a question earlier. Yes. So yes, to answer your question, yes, I put them out there for open when I'm doing open houses under contract. Just so I also put them out there when I'm just going after a particular neighborhood again and again and again.
It makes sense to do it if you like buy a house in that neighborhood instead of selling it, like we used to do that.
Yeah. Did you not sell a house in that neighborhood? You brought the buyer. Get cute with it. Don't get technical. I mean, if it's my listing, like, yeah, I just have this listing in your neighborhood. Yeah, I say that. I sold it in 2 days. I brought the buyer too. I say all that. Like, hey, if I sell a house in a neighborhood that by bringing it out, I sold another house in your neighborhood. Listing agent can't say nothing to me. Was I not on that transaction? I'm responsible for it just as much as they are. I didn't say it was my listing. We're real estate agents. We don't live in black and white. We live in the gray, right? Am I wrong? Anybody think I'm wrong? I had an agent trying to argue me now one time. She's inactive. She's not an agent. It is what it is.
Oh, Sasha, I did have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Your listing appointment slide, you had them before, treat them as a buyer. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so let's go back. Let's go to that slide. I want to get to that one here. All right. Whoa. Sam, go back to the presentation real quick, please. Also, y'all need to get your own Sam. I love my Sam. She's excellent. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about real quick. Okay, so treatment as a buyer. So real quick, let me just cover the whole slide. First things first, what do you do in a listing appointment? People screw this up all the time. One, I go in, I review the house. Easy peasy, look at it, make my notes. You know, I make sure they see me making my notes. As I'm making my notes about the house, I'm taking measurements. Hold up here. Electron tape measure. Right? Home Depot, guys, get you one of these, right? So I'm going through here and I'm measuring the house right now. So from here to there is 22 feet. So I'm measuring every room. I'm looking for foundational cracks, stuff like that. Anything that's wrong with the house, I need to tell them they can do. Baseboards being dirty. I'm looking at the window sills. I want every little trim to be as white it can be. Because you don't want the house looking dirty. You want the floorboards to be white. You want the door jambs to be white. You want all that stuff to be repainted if you can, if you can do that. Right? I'm looking for messed up, nasty carpet, problems with the house. The same thing we do with our buyers. So I'm treating them as a buyer at that point in time because I'm looking at the house in the eyes of a buyer. Right? And I'm also having a conversation as I'm doing this, like, Tony, so Tony, where are you trying to go?
I'm trying to go to Cali.
You're trying to go to Cali. So Tony, when you go to Cali, what are you going to do when you get there?
I think I'm gonna tap into my artistry side.
All right. Now, here's the deal. For me, artistry side, I Tony, try to do smart. Well, Tony, I need you to put some art together around this house real quick so we can sell it.
What you trying to say? What's wrong with my house?
It's old. Come on, Tony. How long? When's the last time you updated your house, Tony?
Well, I bought it in 2002. It was built in.
My mama got that picture right there. I grew up with it.
Oh, well, the pictures matter?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, so I need to take it down?
You do. You do.
Okay. Do I need to replace it?
No. But you might have to paint some stuff. Are you cool with that? Do you want, how much money do you want, Tony?
I want whatever I can get. I want the
You want
most
the most?
money.
You want the most?
Yeah, I want the
Then I
most.
need you to
What
do
I
the
need to do?
Are you willing to do the most for me, Tony?
Okay, what you talking?
I need to clean this place up a little bit here right quick. I just need to clean up the carpet and everything else. That's all I really need you to do.
Oh, I can do that.
And you got to put some mulch outside.
Okay, I can do that.
Right.
You know, Home Depot
Is
got
there a little
it.
crack up in the wall right there, Tony? Yeah, we can't have that. We tell you why. It don't mean anything's wrong with it, but when they see a little crack up in the wall right there, an uneducated buyer and an uneducated realtor says foundation. I'm not saying real foundation issues with your home, but the uneducated buyer and the uneducated realtor is going to say that house has foundation problems. Our job, Tony, is to take away every potential issue out there.
Okay.
Right? While I'm having this conversation with Tony, I'm taking my investment. That's what I'm doing, reviewing the house, and I'm getting all the information I need to put the house in the MLS. Right? I'm writing down the good things about the house. Okay, it's 2.5 baths. We actually have a tub in the master bathtub. That's something people care about, right? That stuff like that. Or here's the things that, I gotta hide. Tony knows we got way too much stuff up on this house. A big storage under the stairs, but can't nobody get to it. You know, or Tony got a shoe problem.
That's my shoe.
Tony got a shoe problem, right? I already know you got a shoe problem. Tony actually was almost a client of mine, just so y'all do know that. Yeah. We knew each other before she even became real before she moved out here. She called me one day. Oh, story. We know each other. All right. So that's what we're doing. 2, once we do all that, like, okay, I got everything I need. Here's the things I would love for you to knock out the house, right? They say, okay, great. Can you? If it sounds like a lot, I got people to recommend for handyman, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk money. Now, if you do all the things I asked you to do, I can get you top dollar in the market. Your house right now, based off here's the comps, show them that, and then here's what you would walk through. Just walk them through a net sheet. We put these net sheets on the Money Badger pages a couple times. You can get them from your title company. I highly, highly recommend you get the Excel spreadsheet from your title company. The reason for that is it's going to have in their fees loaded in off the top. Okay? If they have their fees loaded in, all you gotta do is plug in the address, the how much you're gonna sell the house for, the balance. I asked them to get their payoff balance up front. So another one of my touches before I get there is I asked them to go find their survey and I asked them to go find the payoff balance so they can give me an accurate number. Right? I had a house the other day, they told me 116, turned out to 119. We were $10,000 off. I've never been that far off from a net that I give them. But everything was explainable. Why? Because I sent the net before. They told me 116. It was 119. That's $3,000, and then they replaced AC units on top of that. So now everything was cool. First he was big chested. It's $10,000 less. So I was like, let's go do it. You replace AC units, right? Yeah. That's $7,300 right there. And then you guys told me 116 versus 119. Oh, okay. Cool. Not even an argument.
I always get the payoff balance out of refund as well, and it's usually within.
Yeah.
And I close it.
I just, my recommendation, I used to do get it out of Remind, get it from them. Because, and let me say this, when I say get the payoff balance, tell them to contact their bank and get the actual payoff amount from their bank. The reason for that is, depending on the type of loan that they have, they can have a penalty for paying it off sooner. Right? You don't know what type of mortgage they signed up for. We have no idea. So put that responsibility on them. Email that, document that. Because you don't want to get to a dispute about what they think they're going to get because they say they owed 120 and then it turns out they had 125 and they got a lien on there from the HOA and all that. All right? That's another thing. Get the HOA information from them as well. Put that in their wheelhouses, their HOA. Yes, ma'am.
Is that during right before the listing?
No, this is during the listing presentation.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm having I've looked at the house at this point, going on the net sheet. I will say this, but they never know what the HOA information is. I tell them either go to Facebook and go look on your Facebook group page and see who's complaining about it, or contact your HOA directly because they got 2 fees: HOA resale certificate and HOA transfer fee. And the HOA, those are documents what we see on the HOA addendum. The transfer fee is nothing more than a glorified email with a bunch of PDFs, and they would charge them up to like $500, $700 sometimes to do that. It's ridiculous. It's just an email. All right. Totally ridiculous. All right. Once they say they're happy, you show them that net. I asked this question. So, you're going to walk away with $120,000. Is that what you thought? Yeah. You good? You like that? Yeah. All right. Stop record. Sign the documents. Right there. I bring a listing agreement with me in paper form, but I also want them to sign electronically more than paper. So get your stuff put together in SkySlope. So when you go to the listing appointment, you either have your SkySlope stuff put together for the listing appointment already, the listing agreement already. So here's my thing. My sales tip, I have my listing agreement, I have my IABS, I have my affiliated business arrangement thing. If you know we got to sign, I hate that thing. I got the disclosure for residential service contract document that we have to have that going as well. If they have their mineral rights, I'm going to have the oral reservation document so they can reserve the rights to the minerals and then the information about minerals as well. I also get them to sign the wire fraud. I get them to sign general notice to buyer. I also get them to sign the property insurance one. Make sure you get property insurance. I mean, that's not always what you need to have on the file, but basically what's going to be on the checklist inside of SkySlope. So if you're watching this and you're online and you're at a different state, figure out what you got to do from your SkySlope, what's on your checklist, get them to sign all that stuff up front and be ready. Because, you send this one email, they're not going to read it. Most times they're not going to read it. But you explain you explain the biggest thing that they're kind of going to do. If they trust you and they like you, you don't have to say anything else. Just get them to sign the document. And now, treat them as buyer. So, when I do a listing appointment, if I'm there for an hour, right? The first 3 steps, I have spent maybe 20, 25 minutes on it. Next, we focus right here. Treat them as buyer. Where they want to go. If they try to buy a house right now, right? Obviously, got to get that figured out. What they need to start looking for, get them through, get them ready for pre-approval, create the search, and all that stuff like that, right? If they're going to be a buyer, get the sign buyers up right then and there. If they're going to be a buyer in the future, go ahead and get them sign buyers up anyway, and just long date that something. That's what I do. The problem I think we do a lot of times, everyone focuses so much on the house and listing appointment. They don't care about the house. They're trying to sell it. The only thing they care about is getting the money out of the house and if they get the most out of it. What they care about is where they're going. Get them focused on the destination. And if that destination means enough to them and tugs at their heart, guess what? They'll clean it. They'll get their car professionally clean. Heck, they'll replace their AC unit, whatever to get to Florida, whatever to get back to mama, get back to the kids, the grandchildren, whatever. Your job is to figure out what those things are and get them there. They will perform if you show them that you're going to perform, get them top dollar, and then they go. That's it. That's it. And in this market right now, if you present the house in the right way, you should be able to put that house on the market over the weekend, do some killer open houses, pick up some more leads from buyers and sellers, tell them to go to the spa so you can make it a go and show on Saturday and Sunday. And on Monday, y'all talking turkey about offers. You should be able to do that. If you can't do that, if you have no showings, if you don't get people to come to the open house, you're either overpriced or you're not marketing well. Don't just put that house in the MLS and think it's going to be sold. While the market is great for sales right now, those houses sitting on all the time. And there's agents out there like me who are vultures, who's waiting for that house to hit 30 days. And I'm coming at you, yeah, y'all been on market for 30 days. Hey, we ain't paying 318. Nah, that's about 300. Oh, it's not worth it. Hey, you should have sold it then. How you gonna come back at me talking about it's worth 300? You ain't sold it yet. Child, please, go somewhere with that. Don't talk to you about. Don't talk to yourself. Here's the offer. Now I'm giving you an offer that you never even had. What you gonna do? Present it. And what you gonna do? Talk them into it. Because let's do the math. 300,000, 3% commission is $9,000, right? So I want to do the math for me on 318,000 at 3%. I don't know what that is. What is that? $95.40. What real estate agent is going to care about $540? You going to give up $9,000 trying to play hardball? I know you're not. I know you're not. I love that part about this business. Love it. You ain't going to play hardball with me. You're going to go start talking, hey, I think we might have overpriced it. Now you working for me, so I can get my buyer what they want. All right. Next slide, real quick. At this point, I think we're pretty much done with slides at this point. So let's just talk about touches. And let's answer questions. What questions do you guys have right now? Oh, someone's saying they. Oh, well, I guess we lost sound. Nothing I can do about that. Okay, guys, seems like we lost sound online. I want to put the video online. Y'all can go back and watch it from that perspective. Sorry about that. Maybe we have sound. I don't know. We're making it work. The Wi-Fi wasn't working today, so it's what it is. All right, what questions do you guys have about? Oh, someone saying they. Maybe we have sound. I don't know.
Did you say you get your lender partner to pay for your lease?
It's what it is.
We'll pay
All right, what questions do you guys have? Y'all ain't doing it, oh, y'all.
So my lender partner, we actually just had this conversation. I said I was going to get in contact with you last night, and then just so happened you helped this. So yeah, I guess I'll get in contact with them because I am buying like the FISBO leads with Red-X, but I haven't done expireds or anything. But of course, we can do that through the MLS.
Why would your lender care about expires and FISBOs? They're a lender.
Right.
They want buyers. Unless they're surviving off of refinances. So if we talk about engaging with our partners, okay, you got to prove yourself, right? They'll pay for leads. If you're proving that you can get the job done, you can convert those leads and then whatnot. They will help you with that. And frankly, I have this conversation with my people all the time. They understand. They really do. That I'm going to get the job done. If they send me a lead, they know I'm going to take care of it. We're going to make it work. Okay? Lenders have to work with multiple, and so inspectors. They work with multiple agents. They have to. They don't make the type of money we make. No one does in the industry. Understand that. We make way more than they do. For them to make $100,000, they got a whole lot more transactions they got to do. Prove yourself as a commodity that's only can work. Now, me, I came out the womb with confidence. I make you think I know the best thing about rocket science, and I don't know jack shit about it. Right? But you won't be able to tell. I like, man, we're going to be blasted off right there. All you got to hit that throttle. You're like, oh, yeah, that's how it works. Yeah. Because I got confidence about it, right? So you have to walk the walk. You have to talk the talk. You got to do your affirmations. When I first started, and I still do this today, first thing I say is, I'm the best freaking real estate agent ever. Nobody can outsell me. Everybody out there needs my services. There's broke people out there who don't know what they can get into a house, but they can get into a house. There's rich people out there who got money to spend and should be mine. Whatever you got to do to pump yourself up to get your confidence going, to get going. But if you approach this business like a broken bird, I want to be a real estate agent. Y'all see these agents that talk with small voices and they shrink their body. They're trying to get smaller and smaller. This game is not for everybody. You got to have the confidence in yourself that you can actually do this. You have to feel that you know what you're doing, even if you don't. They don't sell a lot of houses. The average American buys 6 houses in their lifetime. Let me break that down. The average Black American buys 2 houses in their lifetime. The average Hispanic American buys 2 houses in their lifetime. Okay, I'm not sure what everyone's race and ethnicity is, but think about that. How are they an expert in this whole thing? And that's it. That's like me going and say, I'm an expert in the film industry. I'm a critic. I can watch some stuff, but I can't tell you what wide shots you need to use. No, I think I'm pretty good with the GoPro. I'm handy with an iPhone, but that's not my thing. So you got to be able to get there with them from that perspective. All right. So the confidence that you have when you start talking to your lender about what you're doing, what is your plan? How do you get them to understand that you're a good investment for them to go into? Right?
Well, he already seen it. He asked me.
You tripping?
He want to give me the money.
What's the problem?
Well, it's no problem. Now I know. I'm going to go ahead and say, look.
This is what we're doing. This is how we're going to get it going. Here's what I do with real keys. My lenders and my vendors have access into my real keys. Why? They see the lead. They see us working them. They can see what we can do. I can see what they're doing. It makes communication easier. So much better. Number one. Number two is building trust because they can see if we're doing the job or not. And it also puts me and my people on blast to perform. If we don't perform, those folks who invest in money can see it. So if you're on the Chapter Realty Group team, we're completely in open. You know? So that's why we do it from that perspective. But no, you have to you got to put some money in your business for your business to flourish. Only when I start putting money behind my business did my business start to make a huge change. But let's talk about the skills that I had to have. I had to get good on the phones. I had to learn to be comfortable with to be disruptive. For me, I've been disruptive my whole life, according to my mom, right? So I'm not a script person. Anybody here a master of scripts? No? Okay, so if you're not a master of scripts, you got one of two things. You're either a master of the real estate industry and the know-how, what you need to do so you can pivot at any point, or you know your scripts and your tie-downs. I am really good with tie-downs. You know what I'm saying? So I do that very good. I tie people down all the time, like, okay, so this is what we're going to be doing, Tony, right? Look at her, she's shaking her head. Why? She's shaking her head because I'm shaking my head.
Yep.
She don't even know. It's all psychological, right? So you get your skill set up from that. Comps. How do y'all run comps? Let's talk about that real quick. Loud, a little bit louder.
We want to do quarter mile in 0 to 90 days, and then if I don't find any like 3 or 4 good hits there, I'll either go to half a mile or I'll back it up to that 180 days.
All right, Sam, see if you can bring up Cloud Stream for me. Cloud CMA. We'll try to do that real quick. So here's the deal, yes. But I send video comps out all the time. This is why I have Mom. I can send that stuff off to her quickly, right? I'm going through the comps. I'm showing what the comps are, whatever. And so I'm able to show them what we're going from that perspective. And I can show them the comps, but I can also talk them through it. So now off the top, we all say comps are right, but now I'm better at that because I am talking them through. I'm putting myself in front of them right then and there. So we all said earlier, it takes 30 seconds to do comps, right? 30 seconds. It takes me another 60 seconds to do a 1-minute video. Bring up the CMA on this side over here. I don't care which one you bring up, just bring one of them up. Bring up a view live of it, whichever one, I don't care. All right. So y'all all here with me, so I know y'all have Cloud CMA, it's free $99. Which is, so if you don't know how to use Cloud CMA, you need to learn how to use it. So, because I can see how many times they have actually. Oh, yeah, got that one. All right, I think what that was. I know he's over there trying to write down that address. So, we're going to click on. What is it? Oh, comps. First row, go over to the left. Left. Down, there. All right, so I send this over here right away. Right, and my video will be up in the right hand corner. I'm talking to the house and saying, click on the right hand corner, click on maps for me, Sam. So Cloud CMA, when you click on maps up there, there you go. Right, it shows all the houses on the map what's actually sold. It's also going to show them the other houses out there that have sold that I didn't compare against. So they started playing around with this. We would scroll in and out. You would see more houses popping up and everything else. They come back because they're nosy, and they click on it again and again. And every single time they go back into this thing and look at it, I see that they viewed it 4 times, 5 times, 6, 8. So who am I talking to? The people who's been in there 8, 10 times. If he's been in there 1 time, not so much, right? Because you got to know when to. Well, we're going to just let that lead go at some point. All right, keep that up. Go back to the slide here. Touches. Touches, section, verb. Right? I'll show you guys a couple more. Don't mind the typos. She's going to be slowing down. I have so many typos at this point. Content. Sam, pull up Canva. So you need content, guys. You need touches that talk about that work. Okay, we already talked about the touches of making the phone calls. We already talked about doing postcards, right? What type of text messages are you guys using? Right? Who's the master of texting here? Anybody? Because most people text more than they actually talk on the phone now. It used to be a teenage thing. Now it's a grown people thing. I don't want to talk to you on the phone. Text me.
I've been doing that with some of my physical Reddit leads.
How's it working?
I'm getting more responses. I mean, unfortunately, not the last time I had a fuck off, but hey, it was something.
Well, see, when someone does that, like, well, do you want me to fuck on or you want me to fuck off? Which one is it? I want to make sure I follow directions here. And they'll laugh behind it. If you get them laughing, there it is. It's like dating. Back in the day. Very man now, all right? But back in the day, if you can make her smile, you can make her laugh, you can get a phone number, right? We all do that. Vice versa. Ain't nobody try to talk about who wasn't funny. You know, I ain't gonna get into that. Some of y'all might have married the person who's not funny. And still sitting there like, okay, so what you're holding, I'm sorry, for the people online, they're holding one of my brochures. Okay, go into Canva, Sam, type in brochure, okay? If you go into Canva, no, type in real estate brochure, do that. If you go into Canva, you will find real estate brochures all day, right? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is brand your own stuff on it, right? So pull up one of the, I don't care which one you pull up, just pull one up. They have real estate brochures. All I did, if you guys can see this, you see these two slides right here? That's for my listing presentation, my first one, right? The buying process, the selling process. That's it. That's my original listing presentation. That's it. I'm just reusing the same content. And it's very smart for you to reuse the same content. If you have a killer listing presentation and a killer buyer presentation, you put that word. So now you see on the brochure. Now you see on the back of my postcards that I'm sending out, right? So when I sit down with them and I go through it, and I had to go through my listing presentation back then, guess what? The information was familiar. I'm already playing the psychological game with them, right? So this might be another touch that I send out. Our brochure, what we're about. Obviously, QR code. Download an app, whatever. Okay? Take it to another level. If you're going to work expired listings, get you an expired listing QR code. QR brochure. Get your FISBO brochure. Here's some more stuff. All right? My wife gets angry about this in the haircut as much as I should have. Because we used to door knock. My wife is really good at door knocking. Right? She's not an 18-year-old, but she's really good at door knocking. I don't like to door knock. We door knocked one time. I think the boy is 12, 13 now. Junior might have been 8 or 9. Right? This lady answered the door butt naked. Butt naked. And I'm door knocking, got my son. He got a good look. I tried to cover him up. He's like, and she just said, like, yes, can I help you? I'm like, you sick freak. What's wrong with you? And when she saw the baby, she said, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, why are you opening the door like that? Like, what is wrong with you? That was the last time I door knocked right there and there. He's like, I'm like, hey, don't tell mom. They were doing, Steph and Selena were doing knocking down the street with the other side. As soon as we see his mama, what do he do? Mom! I saw this lady, she came butt naked. And she's like, oh, come on, Junior, man, what are you doing? And of course, my wife looks at me like it's my fault. I ain't telling her to answer door like that. Like, what in the world? She was cute, though. She was cute. You know, still, I got my 9-year-old, 10-year-old with me. So here's what we do for door knocking here. We drop this off, door knocking this perspective. You know, your local home warranty company has these right here as well. It's got their own stuff on it, right? And you just slide your own card in. So most of these home warranty companies have this type of stuff. When they have postcards, you need to start tapping into your lenders, your title companies, your home warranty people, your home inspectors about what they actually have. So you can tag along. Or, you want to spend a little money and ask for more stuff. More touches. Right, this is my 90-day sale guarantee. Right? I just stopped. Like I said, we stopped door knocking. Digital touches. Facebook ads. The best thing I can tell you guys right now is this. You can do all this paper stuff. I do a ton of it. I do some paper stuff as well, okay? Because I don't have to pay for it, but the digital stuff is the best way of going. Learn, I'll tell you stuff right now. Learn to take these neighborhood data, back up. Learn to take the neighborhood data out of Remind or GeoLeads with RedX or wherever you're going to get it. Upload that audience into Facebook. All you need with Facebook is a phone number or an email. If you got the phone number, it's going to tag them out of the way because you log in with Facebook without your phone number or your email. Facebook is smart enough, they spy on us enough, they know how to find us. You upload that entire data, that audience into your Facebook, and you start running ads to them. Now you're digitally door knocking on thousands of people. For the time it takes us to kind of go from door to door to put something like this up, like that, you can digitally door knock. So let's say you do it with for sale by owners or you do it expired. Now you're digitally hitting them up again and again and again. Make sure you start doing that before they take that away from us, because it is coming. Facebook used to be awesome. You used to be able to find a single mom who makes $80,000, who lives in a neighborhood that's not so great, looking for a good school district. You used to be able to find people based off behaviors in a number of ways. Now you can't do that as much. So they're gonna take that away sooner or later. Google. I really want to show you all this stuff online. I'm sorry I can't do it. But Google pay-per-click ads, freaking powerful. Google ads are the best. Right? You can still find people based off behaviors and stuff like that. They haven't been regulated. Facebook is the big bad wolf of the social media industry. That's who Congress has a hard on for right now. And Congress is all over Facebook. Child, let me tell you, Google and Apple run this world. People just don't want to know that. Facebook can't do anything without Google. Who has Android in here? Who has an Android phone? One person? Okay, we got one person who's wrong in the world right now. Okay, the rest of you guys on iPhones? Right? So, just saying. Although I will say this. Real estate works best off of Google products. Who uses Google Chrome as a browser? So you're not exactly wrong, you just got the wrong phone. Right? That's all it is, I'm sorry. But the apps are more or less made with Apple from that perspective. But if you learn how to write these Google ads and stuff like that, you can get a lot of people to hit you. And that's literally, guys, what I'm doing on my ads right now. For buyer leads, I'm doing Google pay-per-click ads all day, every day. For sellers, I am buying my leads through, Sam, go back to the first slide. I am buying my leads through offers. I am doing Z-Buyer, I'm doing Land Voice, and I'm doing Reddit. And by far, my favorite one right now is Z-Buyers.
You gotta pay for that, right?
Yeah. But Z-Buyer is month to month. So you can always get off of it. But let me be very clear about this. All right. One thing I didn't show and tell, it takes a number of touches to get a seller to turn. Okay? Buyers want to jump and go right away. You're going to have to call that seller and touch base and stay in front of them guys for about 2 to 3, maybe 6 months sometimes, okay? And what happens is most agents walk away and then they don't do it no more. And then what happens next is someone else swoops in, picks up their lead, capitalizes off your hard work because you wasn't there in the moment when something changed in their life. And that's all that's usually what you're waiting on. If there's something to change and you need to know how to push them down the path. Who makes this phone call right here? Hey guys, I'm just calling to check in. What do you say? Anybody?
Okay, that's why I say, hey, call to check in. Or if I see them on Facebook and their kid just, graduated high school or going to college or something,
Right.
I'll call and say congratulations. I saw a little man just school, high school, whatever. And then, normally they'll ask me about me at some point in the conversation.
Right.
So then I can tell them, about whatever's going on in the market and houses and all that.
Okay. The reason I ask that question is because I get a lot of people saying that, I just call to check in. Hey, I'm just calling to check in on you. I call to check in on my mama. I call to check in on my friends. I'm calling to lead with a purpose, right? So I might be like, hey, I'm just calling to check in with you, see how you doing, how's everything going, or are you doing what we're talking about to get the house ready? Who actually has a plan that they communicate to their leads? I do. So let's work backwards. Let's say I have a lead who wants to get in the house. This is December. Let's say June. They want to sell their house and buy and get into a brand new house by June. What does that say to me? They want to get in a brand new house by June or get in a house. Let's say brand new. They want to get into a new home in June. That means they need to be under contract by the beginning of May, which means I probably need to have them pre-approved by March. You see how this is working now? So now I'm going to start communicating to them the plan. Okay, so here's the deal. I need to go ahead and talk to my lender so you can start figuring out where your pre-approval is going to last and land. Because they can have some credit stuff going on. We don't know that. Start that process right away. Right? They say, no, I want to wait. But if they wait, maybe they got something else to do, or they'll make a mistake. They say, I want to get my payments to a certain point, and I want to be comfortable. Then what do? They mess around and pay off their car. Well, sounds good, right? Is that a good thing? We know it's not, but they don't know that. That's where your expertise is coming in. Whoa, Tony, don't pay that car off. You pay the car off, Tony. It's the biggest credit you have other than your home. Are you running any other credit? She said, no. I do credit. I do cash. We already know right now she's about to have a hard time, right? So to let them, these are things you got to put them on a plan. So when I'm calling to touch base with them, these touches is about the plan I gave them up front. I forgot to put that on there. So the plan is you want to buy a house by June. You want to be under contract by May. We need to be house hunting starting in March, which means your pre-approval needs to be pre-approved in March because we need extra time to find a home. And I need you also on another plan that shows what you're going to be doing with this house and getting your house ready. So then when it comes down to the house, I am going to be having you, we're going to be taking pictures for your home come May, beginning of May. I'm going to start the advertising within the next 2 weeks. At the beginning of May, we'll do the pictures, we'll do the advertising the next 2 weeks, and this, that, and the other. So now I have a plan for them working on decluttering the house, staging the house, pictures for the house, marketing the house, selling the house. Down here, here's a plan for getting pre-approved, house hunting, yada, yada, yada. Now, just hearing that, you have a lot of touches you can do with it, right? Those are your contacts right there. Get them on a plan. So your first time you're having a conversation with that particular lead, that's where you are. You're going to tell them what the plan is. You're going to communicate that plan to them via email. Like me, I do with the bomb. So this is what we're doing here. And now, when I'm calling to touch base, there we are. Even a person who's a year out, same thing. They still know they got to get stuff going because they may be in their house for 15, 20 years, and they got a whole lot of junk they got to go take to storage. All right, that's some of the touches. Last touches here, I have, this goes out to my, I've got a couple of yours. American Lifestyle Magazine. Sam, pull that up real quick for me, please.
I'm sorry, what, Sasha?
American Lifestyle Magazine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Reminder Media. Thank you. I'm sorry. I know you know what I was talking about. I hope you got my login. Do you have a login for that?
I
Shut
do.
the front door. See? Hope you do.
I like Sam.
I like Sam too. Okay. So I have Reminder Magazine. It goes out every other month. You can get it more if you want to, whatever. But I send this out to my past clients or whatever. But then I also just get these extras that get sent to me. So when I'm talking to somebody, I mail it over there to them as well. And for me, I mean, basically, I just say different things like there's a QR code they can download, whatever. But the drink recipes are good, the food is good, the clients like this, I'm standing in front of them, and I'm not worrying about somebody else going through and taking my past client away from me when it's giving it time for them to sell their home. Okay? So that's one of the things they do. That we do for that. Oh, one more touch. HomeBot. Pull up HomeBot, Sam. But stay here. I'm sorry. Stay here for a second. Go back to the magazine for me, Frank. All right. Click on the additional edition for me.
Sorry, boss.
You're welcome. All right, while that's coming up, at the end of the day, y'all can see what I'm doing here. I have a number of ways and a number of plays to going into getting successful. It's like I coach football and basketball, or I used to. I don't do that anymore. But when we need to score, I would have a little play card. I was that serious. I had a play card with like 50 plays. Here's my first down plays. Here's my plays when the second down and whatever. Like I knew what we had to do in the red zone. This is what this stuff is, guys. That's it. What plays do you have as a real estate agent to throw at your leads to get them to convert? Okay. So here's what I'll be doing. I'll be covering all this stuff again on my web on my YouTube channel. Get this right. go to the one that's Real Estate Tech Ninja, Sasha Real Estate Tech Ninja. Sam, put that in the comments out there so they can get that on Facebook for me. They put it on the YouTube channel as well. So y'all can go to it from that perspective. But you need to go to our website, realestatetechninja.com. All the stuff I'm sharing with you right now is part of a course, because I know I'm giving you a lot of information, right? It's part of a course that we have for our listing agent course that I sell out there for folks all the time, that we actually break the stuff down and kind of go into it over time or whatever. But you got to have some plays, guys, for how you convert these things, where you find them, what you do with them. Now, you don't have to do everything I'm doing. You got to pick what you like. If you like FISBOs, do FISBOs. You need to go hard at it. If you like expires, do expires, but you need to go hard at it. If you just going to do the farming deal, exact same thing. It all works. I just move back and forth because I have ADHD. I can't stay on the same thing all the time. I can't. I'll work expires and I'll be good at it, and I'm like, I don't like calling expires today, so I'll call FISBOs. Oh, I don't want to do that, but I'll call it. Now, I call Z-buyers all the time. I love Z-buyers. I love Z-buyer sellers. That's what's up. Those people from Z-buyers are asking for cash offers and people looking to buy and sell at the same time. One of them. You can't get no more of those in Chain County because I bought up all the leads. So I'm not going to get my spot. Nick might have everything over here in McKinney. I know he buys a lot of them too. All right, I'm going to stop. I can share more. I think I shared enough. What questions do y'all have that I can answer? Y'all always so quiet.
Well, since you like Z-buyers so
Mhm.
much, I guess just give us, or me anyway, an example of kind of like, I guess you received the lead and how do you,
Call within 5 minutes.
okay.
So as soon as I get the Z-buyer, I got one today. I'm sitting here, 2 Z-buyer leads come over on the call right now. But I hope one of my people call them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Call them. I mean, first thing you do, you just call them. So the role play that. You're a Z-buyer, right? Like, okay, Z-buyer. Sorry, I'm a Z-buyer. Ring, ring. Like, hey, how you doing? This is Sasha. I just got your message here that you are looking to get a cash offer for your home. How you doing, John? What's up? So you're trying to get a cash offer? What do they typically say?
Yeah.
So all of the Z-buyer leads are just people who want to sell their house for cash?
Not all of them. Stan, pull Z-buyer up real quick.
I got you pulled up, but I didn't know where they're getting them.
Okay, so where they get them from, let me just say this. They are people who filled out some type of survey saying they want to get a cash offer, or they got a text message or an email saying they want to get a cash offer for their home. Now, that's not always true. Most times they're just trying to figure out how much their home is worth, get comps or something like that. So they get we get the information from various ways. You need to be ready to pivot on how they're doing that. Okay, so let's talk about the Z-buyer who wants to really get a cash offer. How you gonna handle that?
That's what I was gonna say, like, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Y'all are welcome.
Put that on the express office.
You could do express offers. What else could you do?
There's an investor network, I have the app. Put it on that, Facebook groups.
Yes. So Facebook, I call CP.
Who?
Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, she's a flipper.
She flips
Yeah.
houses.
Yeah.
Chelsea's network leader and all that stuff, but she flips houses. Whoever's flipping houses, doing things like that, you hit those people up. Right? You don't give them all the information. Make sure you contact somebody you trust, but that's what you do. Right? You get them to go from that perspective, and you, number one, meet them there. You want to go see what the house looks like. But the first thing I say is, well, I want a cash offer. I'm like, okay, bet. Now, well, I want top dollar. Well, nah. You want a cash offer right now? Okay, we could do a cash offer right now. We can make that happen. But if you want to get top dollar, it's two totally different things. I could sell your house on a weekend if you let me do that. And are you willing to wait 30 days for another 30, 40 grand? What are they going to say? Yeah. But most of the time, you have Z-buyer sellers who are talking about they want a cash offers, that they want someone coming from California or something like that, who's going to pay top dollar. Okay, that's fine. I had people like that. I get a lot of California buyers, but we got to start treating it like it's an actual listing versus just doing the. If you want a cash offer because your house is jacked up, totally different cash buyer, totally different cash person. So when I started having a conversation with them, it's like, okay, you really want to cash offer or you want to get the most? I always ask that question. Well, I really want to get the most money I can. I said, okay, if I can sell your house in 2 days, and in 30 days you're going to make another 20, 30,000.
Over there that looks like it needs
Cash?
to go.
Well, if it looks that way, then that's what we're talking about. You can deal with them.
Like, a lot of work, a lot of good work making.
Yeah, this house. This one. I look at it. Okay, so here's the deal. Your house is not going to go to FHA or VA. There are lending requirements that have to be done. There's a hole in the floor right there. It ain't going to work. The best thing we can do is get you a cash or conventional offer. Let me talk to some of my investors about who's going to put together a cash offer on the table. You game with that? And there you go. Because that's really what you get. Like for me, for Z buyers, I mean, I flipped a couple. You do cash offers. I've done express offers once. I can move faster than what they can move sometimes. So going through the express offers training is still a very good thing to do because it's another play you can pull out of your pocket that you can use when you need it. You need to have investors in your pocket for that. You need to have investors, you need to have flippers, you need to have express offers, and then you need to be ready to put that house on the market in a moment's notice. That's what you're doing
Why
with
do
those
you
two.
like Z-Buyers? You said you haven't put the couple.
Because they pick up the phone. They pick up the phone. When the lead first comes in, I'm hitting them up and they're talking to me. If I could have a conversation,
20, 30 leads a month.
I can wait one.
Is the conversion just not that high? If you only put two? I don't know
Well,
how you had it.
you're banking them, really is what you're doing. You got to bank them because you got to think, and this is any seller, let me say this. Well, when it comes to something, when it comes to offers or it comes to Z-Buyer, those are folks who are looking to sell, but they're not the same as an expired listing. Expireds want to sell now. They've been through it already. They've been through the drama. They want to go. For sale by owners are fresh bunnies who want to go in and start getting going. These guys, you need a little more time with. You're going to find the person who wants to sell right now, and that's usually a house that's jacked up, okay? Or someone who's behind, about to get foreclosed on, okay? But you also find people who just curious how much their home is worth, and they're looking to buy. Click on this first link that just came through here, real quick, Sam. Click on this right. Well, don't click on it. I can't put the information out there. I forgot online. Don't do that. Go back to my slide. My bad. But okay, I just saw one that came in and says they're looking to downsize. So that's a buy and sell at the exact same time, right? There you go. Now you're not up against by yourself. So when you buy Z-Buyer leads, you're up against like 2 or 3 other agents in the market. Okay, and I'm pretty convinced that when it comes to Z-Buyer, that the algorithm they're using to get the leads, there's another company using that too. So you're probably up against about 5 different agents. But with expires, I'm up against like what, 200? 1 out of 200, 1 out of 5. I'll take those chances. What other questions y'all have?
And we have your stuff here.
I'll take it. It's cool.
No, I thought they were giveaways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so take it.
Yeah.
She just asked. I was like, wait.
Yeah, she just stuck in her bag on the slide. Like I didn't see it. She's like, they snatched and they just grabbed. And they're like one of them vandals. I'm going to snatch and grab Sasha's stuff. It's all good. Has this been helpful for you guys?
Very helpful. Very,
All right.
very helpful.
Cool. So, guys, go to and check out the realestatetechninja.com. We do have our listing. So, we have a buyer's agent course. We have a listing agent course. We have a course on BombBomb. We have a course for brand new agents who just got into the market, who's just getting started with this whole thing. And if they don't know what they're doing, tell them how to do it. And then we're launching our Real Geeks course here in another week. So, right now we're giving like 50% off anybody who wants to jump on those courses. So, yeah. So, Chauncey has her life thing or whatever. Library. I have my Real Estate Tech Ninja. So folks come on down and I get some of that stuff, but I have extra courses that I create and I build all the time. I will be doing an open house like a boss course here sometime in the future to show people how I do these open houses. Because it's one thing to talk about it, it's a whole other thing to actually walk through it and actually do it. I mean, obviously I can't give you guys all that stuff in the mastermind here. So, all right, we're going to end this live. That's it. Thanks, people online. Bye.
Good, Sasha. Thank you.
I don't know if I've ended it or not, honestly.